my name is Chitra Soundar. I am an author of children's books and I am also a storyteller. Welcome to Bradford Literature Festival, and I'm here to talk to you about my book, You're Snug with Me, illustrated by Poonam Mistry and published by Lantana Publishing. Now, can you spot the animals on this book? What animals do you think they are? Oh, look. Can you see? They are polar bears. Yes, it's Mummy polar bear and two little baby polar bears. And this story happens in the snow. Can you see? And Mummy polar bear hides under a snow den to have her two little babies. And her two little babies are born. They can't hear and they can't see. And when they start looking and when they start listening, they are very curious about their den and what is about their den. This book introduces you to a lot of creatures under the ocean because polar bears are always fishing for food. And under the ocean lives, look, can you see? A starfish, crabs, whales, all sorts of animals. But Mummy Polar Bear also tells her children about the changing climate. When spring comes, what happens? And why we should look after our planet. Because the more the planet heats up, more the ice will start melting and polar bears will not be able to stay on the ice. So Mummy Polar Bear tells her children that she should share this entire planet with all the other animals that she finds next to her. So that is a snowshoe hare. And snowshoe hare have long feet so they don't sink in the snow when they're going out. And you have, an Arctic fox. An Arctic fox lives in the Arctic alongside the other polar bears, and I'm also going to show you another animal that you probably haven't noticed, and that is a walrus. Walruses and seals swim in the sea, and a polar bear can hear a seal tapping at the ice 50 kilometers away. Did you know that? So I wrote this book and I thought I'm going to write this book specially for children who are interested in looking after the planet. Because our planet is our only home, isn't it? Planet Earth is where we live and we need to look after it. So what would you do if you wanted to look after your planet? Let's see. What do? A, I recycle all my plastic. Do you? B, I don't use heating when I don't need to. I put on an extra jumper. Do you do that? I turn on lights and anything else like video games or TV when I'm not watching because that will save power. I walk everywhere. I try and not take a car or a bus when I don't have to. So those are all different ways in which you can help the planet. Maybe you can discuss with your mommy and daddy and decide what are the things that you can do to help the planet. Maybe I will read a little bit from the book. What do you think? Yeah, would you like to listen? Okay. When the willows turned crimson, Mama Bear dug into the snowdrifts not far from the sea. She always does that so that when she wakes up from hibernation, the water is very close to her. She made a den just big enough for her to turn over and waited for the falling snow to seal it shut. Shh. As the cold set in, she gave birth to two baby polar bear cubs. Hush, whispered Mama Bear, you're snug with me. As winter turned colder, the cubs explored their frozen den. Whoosh. Inside it's dark, it's cold. Mama, what lies beyond here? They asked. Above us is a land of ice and snow, said Mama Bear, and the cubs shivered. Don't be afraid, said Mama Bear. The drifts bring us hard snow, so we can safely walk this land. Now you can try walking like a polar bear on ice, and they are very heavy, so they need really strong ice so that they don't sink into the ocean beneath them or the snow doesn't crumble beneath them. Can we wander wherever we please? Asked the cubs. Only where the land will let us walk, Mama Bear replied. But hush now, you're snug with me. Now, they spent an entire winter inside, and finally one day, Mama Bear can smell something. What is that? Outside, the nights had shortened a little. The air smelled different. Mama Bear knew it was time to welcome spring. She squeezed out of the den and rolled on the snow to freshen up. And the cubs peeped outside. Everything around them sparkled bright. Remember, it's snow, and if sun is falling on the snow, it's bright and shiny and sparkly everywhere. Now the cubs have never been outside. The snow is slippy. Have you walked on the snow before? It's very slippy. When I walked on the snow for the first time, I was 30 years old. And I was so scared of the snow. I was so careful walking on the snow. And that's what these baby cubs are doing. They don't know how to walk on the snow. And when they try to put one foot in front of the other, they slip and they fall. And Mama Bear says, don't be afraid. They clambered up, slipping and stumbling on the snow to reach her. Finally, they can stand up on the snow. Mama Bear watched her cubs take their first steps on the snow, and she whispered, you are snug with me. And these bears are going to grow up, and she's going to teach them fishing, and she's going to take them everywhere and show them how to live on the polar ice. What do you think? Do you like polar bears? Now, this beautiful illustration of this book is done by Poonam Mistry, right? And she takes 2 weeks to finish these 2 pages. And there are 15 such spreads in this book, which means she took how many weeks? 30 weeks to finish the book. Now she does the drawing, then she does the patterns, and then she colors them in one by one. Would you like to try this? Now, if you go on my website, Poonam Mistry has very, very sweetly created some artwork for you guys, and you can go and color in and fill in. Maybe she has chosen blues and grays and probably a little bit of brown for this earth. Maybe you can choose different colors when you draw them, right? And snowflakes. What do you know about snowflakes? Do you know that their shapes are symmetrical? Oh, what is symmetrical? It means this side is the same as this side. So every side, the opposite one, is exactly the same. And no 2 snowflakes are the same. So can you draw different shapes of snowflakes just like Poonam has done in this book? Okay, that is a challenge that I'm going to set you to do. If you like this book, You're Snug with Me, then I invite you to come and read You Are Safe with Me as well. Now, in You're Safe with Me, there are 4 different animals, and there are 2 familiar animals and 2 animals you might not be able to guess. So let's go. Now, this one you will know, that is a roar, a tiger. And that, I know you will know, is a monkey. Can you make monkey sounds? Okay, now what's this? No, it's not a koala bear. I know you're saying that. This is definitely not a bush baby, although it looks like one. This is a slow loris. And a slow loris is like a monkey. It lives on a tree and it's very, very cheeky. And this is a pangolin. A pangolin is an anteater which lives in Asia and Africa. In this book, we talk about a thunderstorm that comes in the forest. And this forest is an Indian forest. Look at this. What beautiful lightning has splashed in the sky. Are you scared of lightning? I used to be until I wrote this book. And in this book, I talk about why you don't have to be scared of lightning. You don't have to be scared of thunder. And you don't have to be scared of the river. Now, what do you see in this picture? This picture is the reflection of the moon in the water. Can you see? Yeah, very good. And the whole story is told by Mama Elephant. Can you spot Mama Elephant in this picture? Yes. Now, the other book in the series is You Are Strong With Me. Now, you know what animal this is. This is my most absolutely favorite animal in the whole world, the giraffe. And this animal lives in Africa. Yes. And this is also a growing up story of a little baby giraffe. Yeah. Growing up in the forest and learning everything about the forest. About forest fires, about little birds that come and eat the insects on the fur, and about other animals they live with. Look, zebras, right? Oh, beautiful. And these illustrations also take a very long time to make. And in this book, the zebras want to grow up very soon and become their own people, just like you. You come to school on your own, don't you? Your mommy and daddy don't sit with you after when you're at school, right? The same way, the giraffe wants to go away on its own. And mommy giraffe says, no, stay with me and learn all the things you need to learn before you run off on your own. Oh, look, that is the forest fire. And this giraffe is sometimes scared of the forest fire. And when the flames go up and the grass gets all burnt up. But mommy giraffe says, baby giraffes also have a lid to close their nose. Do you have that? Can you close your nose without touching with your fingers? You can't, but giraffes can. And mommy giraffe tells her baby giraffe to do that so that the smoke won't go inside her nose. So, there are 3 books. In the first book, we are in an Indian forest. In the second book, we are in the polar ice. And in the third book, we are in the grasslands of Africa to watch the giraffes. And that's all the 3 books I did with Poonam Mystery, and they were all published by Lantana. And if you all go on the website, you will find loads and loads of coloring sheets, puzzles, all sorts of things you can work with. And I hope you read the book with your mummy and daddy at bedtime. Okay? Thank you very much for listening to me. Bye-bye.